Okay, hi guys. I wanted to come to you guys because today, okay, let me just say. Today I am going to be talking about Twilight Breaking Dawn part 2, part 2, whatever language that is. So I want to give my review on it, right? I'm going to tell you right now. I'm going to spoil it for some people. If you have not watched it already, you ain't about it. If you have not watched Twilight already, like the last movie in Twilight, the last part, and you say you're a Twilight fan, you're not about it, okay? So let it go. You might as well not even watch it. Okay, no, you have to watch it. But listen, okay, I'm going to give my review on the movie. I am going to tell you guys straight up. I did not read the books. Okay, I read the first book, kinda, half of it, or whatever. By that time, I'd already watched, like, the first and second movie, I think. So it was too late for me, right? I could not get into the book as much as I was into the movie. So I have not read the books. And so I am going to eventually, read those books, maybe, kind of, sort of. Okay? But I'm going to tell you that right now. So I'm not going to be basing anything I'm talking about on the book or comparing it or nothing like that. So I'm just going to do it based on a movie watcher's perspective. So now that that's out of the way, I'm going to tell you right now, I did not like the movie. I did not like it. I'm one of the people that did not like the movie. Now, we all love Twilight, and I love Twilight, and I love that. I don't like that it's over, but I love that there was a movie, that there was 2 parts to end it. I love that we had another opportunity to finish it out. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, I'm glad that they didn't just put the ending all in one movie, because that wouldn't have worked. But, okay, I'm very upset. It seems like in certain areas that this movie was poorly done. Okay, let's start off with the robotic baby. Okay, whatever they used to make the baby, that did not work for me. That creeped me out a little bit. Okay, I feel like if you wanted to make a real looking baby, you probably could. You know, they could have done better than what they did. That baby was so horrible. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to put baby and horrible in the same sentence, but it was so horrible. And apart from bad graphics, let's step aside from that. Kristen Stewart's acting was the worst I've ever seen her act in the whole series in this movie. I usually like her act. I think that she's a good actor. I think in all the other parts, like the ones before, she was good. But in this one, her acting sucked. Like, it was horrible. It got better towards the end, but in general, it was bad. Now, Edward, Robert Pattinson, right? I forgot his real name, right? His acting got amazingly good for some reason. And no, it's not because of the little scandal that went on with Kristen Stewart cheating on him. No, it's not about that. It's about him being a happy, content, playing this type of grown, happy, content character. It it worked out much better for him, I think. I think his acting was really good. Like, I think his acting was awesome. Kristen Stewart, on the other hand, she was awkward. More awkward than she already comes, right? So, I feel like she didn't capture the feeling of being a vampire well enough. I feel like, yeah, not all vampires are vicious, but they have that little cold air about them, right? And she was just like, she was like the same. Like, don't you think that she would have like a stronger sense about herself, but no, she seemed just as weak. And even though they had like little things to like prove her strength, that little rock that they had her chopping up, first of all, it started out as a branch. It started out as a tree trunk, and then it ended up being like looking like a rock. Get your graphics right. I mean, it's too late now, but the graphics were so bad. Okay, then, okay, what was up with the corny jokes? Did y'all pick up on that? Like, that's not really characteristic of the movie. I don't feel. I don't feel like those corny jokes are even character. You named her after a sea monster. Whatever she said, I was like, shut up, please, shut up. It was not funny. None of the corny jokes were funny. I don't even know. I think I only laughed at the parts that were not meant to really be funny. But okay. Now that. Then on to Taylor Lautner. Taylor Lautner was not shown enough in all his glory. He was not shown enough. So that one scene kind of made it up for me. But anyway, okay. So everybody else, their acting was good. The costumes were wonderful. The makeup was good. Lorelai. Wait, who's Lorelai? Oh, no, not Lorelai. Why am I saying Lorelai? Carlisle, right? His character was good. Y'all know if you saw the movie, what happened to him. I was like, oh my God. You did not realize the importance of all the little characters until you see this movie. Like, you get to realize that, not realize, but it just shows how they all matter. It's not just about Bella and Edward. So next, on to the last part, I think, that bothered me about the movie. The major part that really bothered me about the movie was that it was so romanticized. Like, yes, it's a love story. Yes, they're in love. Yes, they got married. Yes, she finally is a vampire and all this other stuff. But they romanticized the heck out of this movie. From the songs, from the, not necessarily the acting. The end was kind of sappy. But, I mean, I guess that. But even then, they went right, like, when the end happened, they went right into, like, some love song, whatever. Like, too many love songs in this movie. Like, let's have, let's just, can we just watch the movie without you pushing love through? I don't know, maybe I'm mad about something. I don't know, maybe. But I just feel like the way Twilight has been going, it hasn't been so sappy up until this point. And I didn't like the sappiness in the movie. I think they should have chilled with that a little bit. And also, the beginning and end credits, I feel like, I don't know, I feel like they did not end the movie well. I mean, I feel like the ending was good, but the way they put the credits and everything like that, I feel like they should have given us time to breathe before they just pushed the credits on us. I mean, I guess, I don't know, it's just me. I think the way you put credits matter too, don't you? But in the first few minutes, I was like, ugh, what are they doing? Like, let's get this together. It did not get good until, like, 2/3 of the way into the movie. Then it got really good. And then I realized it's really over. The whole phenomena is all over. And now I can take the stories and pass it on to my children, and my children will pass it on to their grandchildren, to their children, and I'll pass it on to my grandchildren, and it will live forever on in my heart. Love Twilight. But anyway, that's my review on the movie. I didn't like it that much in certain areas, but overall, I did love the movie. I loved the story. The storyline of Twilight is just amazing all throughout. So I'm just happy that, the story was still told. It wasn't like it was blocked by any of these bad things that I was saying that I didn't like. It wasn't blocked by any of those stuff. The story was still told. I loved the whole thing overall. Except for those little parts that I told you guys about. But that's all I have to say for today. Leave your comments below. You may not agree with me. You may agree with me. But I feel like everybody was so kind of wrapped up in the anticipation of it coming, the last part, Breaking Dawn Part 2. I feel like everybody was so anticipating it, and the pressure was building, and so much excitement. You forget to overlook the fact that, you're still watching a production. It's still, there's still actors and a director and a writer or whatever, and there's a script that they're following. And I was thinking about it more in how they portrayed, themselves throughout the film as a whole, not just the love story. That's what I was looking at, more than just the love story. So that's all I have to say for today. Thanks for watching. Bye.